Goodluck Jonathan and the Fulani cabals are having a very, very big issue, and it is causing divisions among Nigerians. Goodluck Jonathan and the Fulani cabals are having a go at each other. Jonathan said, as former president, that Boko Haram nominated Muhammadu Buhari as a negotiator when he was a Nigerian president. Buhari's former aide, Govt said Boko Haram, they hate Buhari so much, they hate him, that they even wanted to kill him. Now, this is causing divisions among Nigerians. I have the videos. I will allow you to see the video in a very short while. Jonathan made that statement in the FCT. While I was still president, Boko Haram nominated Muhammadu Buhari to be their negotiator. That's what Jonathan said. Shehu Garba immediately, now that information is right there on screen, he has tackled the former president. And he has said that instead, Boko Haram hated Muhammadu Buhari while he was Nigerian president. Now listen, Nigerians are now divided on this issue. That who is saying the truth between Goodluck Jonathan and Garba Shehu. So this has caused a very, very big divisions among the Nigerian people. Everybody is now taking side. Okay, now who is saying the truth between Jonathan and Muhammadu Buhari's aide? Before I proceed, now we can have analysis now. If you are watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on notifications, drop your comments, click the like button, and also share this video. Kindly like and share as you are watching, and also drop your comments. Like and share this video and drop your comments. The war of wars between Jonathan and some Fulani cabals. Now, if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe also and on notifications. Now, this is my own opinion here. So sit back and relax. Now, drop your comment also. I don't know what you are thinking, but this is my own opinion here, and I must make it plain. When Jonathan was dealing with Boko Haram under Muhammadu Buhari, the North said, the cabals, they made a very, very big statement. They said an attack against Boko Haram was an attack against the North. Hope you have not forgotten. And I'm going somewhere with this statement. Hope you have not forgotten that statement. That an attack against Boko Haram was an attack against the North when Jonathan was in power. Don't also forget, Jonathan made Ejirika as the first chief of army staff from an Igbo extraction. And when he was striking the Boko Haram, the man did well then. The North went to Jonathan and said Jonathan was taking revenge for the killings of his people during the Biafra Civil War. All these are documented statements. So Jonathan was frustrated in fighting the insurgents while he was the Nigerian president. And all of you, that you can deny it whether you like it or not. You can deny it. In Nigeria, now somebody can say that even the grass is black. Listen, we all know that grasses are mostly green. But in Nigeria, somebody can say grass are black or grass are white. People will believe. You can deny these things, but they happened under Jonathan. Now you can drop a comment if you disagree with me. But this is my own opinion. And we are all here in this country. And we knew what happened. Under Muhammadu Buhari, during that Trump first term, his first term as American president, he told Muhammadu Buhari, why are you killing Christians? And Donald Trump, when he became US president for the first time, he became a president from 2016 to 2020. Then he lost his re-election battle against Joe Biden. Now, he's now the president again. He told Muhammadu Buhari Why are you killing Christians? During his first tenure. So you have seen, because now we can deny, we can to play games or deny all these things, but these things actually happened. Now we can play games, we can deny all these things happened under Goodluck. He was frustrated with the fact that Jonathan himself said there are Boko Haram in my government. He was so frustrated while he was a city president in this country. Because now that statement is dividing Nigerians. Jonathan said, now I will allow you see the video in a very, very few minutes now. Jonathan said that he was frustrated. Listen to me. He was frustrated, and also Boko Haram said they want Buhari to negotiate for them. Now listen to me. I'm giving you this information now. He said it yesterday in Abuja that Boko Haram said they want Buhari to negotiate for them, but immediately Shehu Gaba replied. He said instead Boko Haram, they hated Buhari, that they almost wanted to kill him. Now you can see the information right there on the screen. Now Nigerians are now divided on the issue. And like I said, I always maintain it. The bottom line is the fact that we are not one. Now listen to me. There are no excuses about that one. That is the bottom line, that we are not one. That's the bottom line. Because in anything, it's always a southern and a northern sentiment. The south and the north, everybody is having their own sentiment. You understand what I mean? So because you are not just a nation. Look at Mr. Arafat Moda, I made that statement. We are not just a nation, so there's always a southern and a northern sentiment. Now everybody is talking based on where they come from, based on their own ethnic leaning. That is why I want to say it, that we are in a very precarious time, and all Nigerians must join us to support the military. All Nigerians, if you are watching me, we must encourage and support our military to achieve success against the bandits, the kidnappers, and everybody. Because you don't make insecurity a matter of politics. It's not possible. You don't, now listen to me. You don't make it. You must be committed as a people to make sure that our security agencies, they prevail over the insurgents. So the Yoruba people must join us with the Igbo people, then and with the North, but that's even if they are ready. Because even the issue of state police, you have seen the divide. Now listen, in the next 3 minutes I'll show you the video. Jonathan made that statement. I'll show that video in the next 3 minutes. You have seen the divide among Nigerians talking about the issue of state police, the issue of restructuring, the issue of let's have a system of government. You have seen that divide, the ethnic divide among Nigerians. Now listen, you have seen how divided we are on these basic issues that could move us forward as a nation. So everybody is leaning to their own ethnic base. And say, nothing concern me, even if you don't perform, it's for my tribe. Nothing concern me, even if you're a wicked person. I said, and I'm going to say it, in Nigeria, if the devil contest election, he go win. Listen to me. Nigerians, they will vote for devil if you contest election. I can give the devil what you just give them. 5,000, spaghetti, indomie, groundnut oil, face cap and everything. They will vote for devil. That is where we found ourselves as a people. It's for my tribe, nothing concern me. Now my tribe person. Even if I'm hungry, No, nothing concern. That is the problem. That is the baseline. That is where the problem started from as Nigerians. So everybody is leaning towards where they come from. The ethnic leaning is not here. So let us have that restructure and say no. Look at where fathers and Jonathan people they disagree. Why would they disagree? Who is now telling the truth on this matter? But then go and look at historical record. Then you can be able to now ask yourself the questions and know who is saying the truth. Go back and look at historical record in Nigeria. Then you can be able to decipher yourself and think yourself, and then know who is saying the truth. There's no other ways about it. But then let me allow you to watch the video of Goodluck, who said Boko Haram dominated Buhari. Now I want you to watch the video. Then after the video, then we'll come back and continue our conversation.
I will not go through a lengthy protocol because of the time, but there are some few people that we need to recognize. Let me sincerely appreciate our president being represented by the Minister of Defense. Let me appreciate the chairman of this occasion, our daddy, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. Let me also appreciate the person who brought us here and the wife, General Irabo. Thank you for gathering us to celebrate this book. The keynote speaker, let us appreciate the former NSA. We're happy. And let us appreciate the book reviewer, Bishop Matthew Hassan Kuka. Whenever Kuka is to speak, I'm always pleased because it's more of a scholar than a bishop. I have to thank all of you who are here, serving ministers, former ministers, serving governors, deputy governors, and former governors, serving members of the National Assembly and former members of the National Assembly. But let me really appreciate our traditional institutions led by the Sultan of Sokoto and other traditional leaders are here with us. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I will not take much of your time because we've listened to eloquent speakers. We've listened to the chairman, we've listened to the book reviewer, we've listened to the former NSA. So I don't really have much to add. But let me first appreciate the man, Irabo, General Irabo. He's really a fine officer. And he's somebody who, the little I know, doesn't play politics with military. After leaving office, when I was in office, I thought that the military services don't play unnecessary politics. Well, we know there is politics everywhere, but they play the politics of within the army, not the kind of politics we play. But after leaving office, I realized that quite a number of professionals in the security services play dirty politics. But General Rabo is one person that does not get into that. White is white, black is black. Thank you, you're a gift to this country. And the title of the book is quite interesting. Scars and the Boko Haram Conundrum. It is interesting because, when I was in office, and one of the major scars on my government, and it will be on my face, and like Bishop Kuka said, no plastic or cosmetic surgeon can remove it, is the issue of the Chibok girls. It's a scar that I will die with. But later on, people may know a little more details. And that's also to do with the Boko Haram. What do they really want? Of course, our chairman raised the issue when interviewed some of them, and they gave him some perspective. But probably one day, I pray that some of the Boko Haram leaders maybe literate enough to document what they have done so that people will really know what they wanted. Because it's like the story of the Nigerian Civil War. If you read one of the books, My Command, I think that's one of the first books that came out from President Obasanjo, because he was there. Then Ojukwu wrote his own, Because I Am Involved. So when those who were involved in something say it, you get a different perspective. If you go through a research, interview a lot of people, yes, you'll get part of the story, but you will never get the full story of the Boko Haram. Because I was there, the Boko Haram started 2009 when I was the vice president to late Yaradua. Now, of course, I took over 2010 for 5 years, battling with the Boko Haram until I left. I thought that immediately I leave, within a reasonable time, late General Buhari was going to wipe them out, but till today, the Boko Haram is still there. So the issue of Boko Haram is a little more complex than sometimes we can conjecture. In 1999, when Obasanjo just became a president, we had some issues in the Southwest. But government was able to bring it down because there was a clear focus, there was a clear reason, and government was able to. Then we had issues in the Niger Delta. And when I became the vice president, one of the major things I did was to visit the most dangerous camp of the militants in the Niger Delta. I remember when we flew down to Warri, by the time we got to the waterfront to take boats to that camp, they sent information to us that anybody following me must not carry weapon. My ADC, my CSO, that nobody should carry a weapon. In fact, the Commissioner of Police of Delta State said, Vice President, no, you will not go there. The State Director of SSS to say, no, I will not go. I told them I will go. So even my officers, my ADC, my CSO, and so on, they handed over their guns to the CP and the SDS of Delta State, and none of them carried weapon. When we landed at the camp, these boys lying up one this way, one road this way, with their assault rifles, just facing the bush, not even looking at my direction as if there was nothing happening. We passed through them, We had a meeting with their leaders and so on. We had to spend almost 1 hour there. When we came back, that was the beginning of solving the the Niger Delta crisis. And we're able to get through. At least now, there's a reasonable pace in the Niger Delta. If you, like Bishop Kuka mentioned, the 82 and 83, when we have the Maitasine religious crisis in this country. From research, the Maitasine religious crisis, when some of them were arrested and analyzed and interviewed, they came from parts of the Sahel area between Nigeria and outside Nigeria, where we had major drought within that period, and the river pest disease that wiped out so many cattle. And so many young people from these areas migrated to the cities, Maiduguri and others, and they had no skills and nothing to do. And they were able to be recruited and cause havoc. Luckily, it was a military government then. So when the military intervened, they were able to bring it down because there was a clear reason. A reason of young people who were looking for survival, but they had no skills, and so on and so forth. So if you put all these things together, you begin to say, this Boko Haram, why is it that from 2009 till date, we've not been able to resolve the crisis of Boko Haram? So just like Bishop Kuka tried to raise some fundamental issues. Yes, we need to approach it differently. The issue of carrots and the stick may be adopted. And yes, probably they need certain, but if you look at the weapons they use and you value the weapons, then you know that these are not hungry people. So the soldiers that sometimes capture some of the weapons will see better. But the weapons they use, the ammunitions they use, sometimes they even have more ammunitions than our soldiers. So it doesn't show that they're hungry people. And where are these guns, sophisticated weapons coming from? And you begin to see that the external hands are also involved, especially when I was a president. So it's a bit complex. And it's not a matter of a single story. But I believe as a nation, we have to look at the concept of Boko Haram and approach it differently from. I always appreciate people who clearly document events so that maybe sometimes when we write our own, we'll borrow from the documentation. And I believe that all the military officers who were involved in this Boko Haram saga should be able to give us information about what the Boko Haram stood for. If it is only about hunger, because we tried different options, I don't need to give a sermon. It will look as if I am trying to defend my own government. That will come up later when we will document, we'll write our books. But I believe we took different options, we set different committees. We tried our best within that 5 years that I was there. I believe late Buhari too must have tried his best, because one of the committees we set up then, the Boko Haram nominated Buhari to lead.
Now, after watching the video, what do you think? What are your opinion? And who do you think is saying the truth between Muhammadu Buhari, is the cabal, I'm talking about Garba and Goodluck, Jonathan? You have seen the video. In your opinion, who do you think is saying the truth between Goodluck, Jonathan, and Shehu Garba, who is representing Muhammadu Buhari? I'd like to know what you are thinking. I'd like to know your stance. And let us know where you stand on this particular subject matter. Drop your comment. Let me know. You have seen the video. Jonathan has made his own opinion known. All Nigerians have seen it. But now, who do you think is saying the truth? Drop your comment. Let me know what you are thinking on this very, very crucial subject on insecurity in Nigeria. Let me know what you are thinking. Drop your comment.